We already knew that the new facilities at Europa Point will cater for rugby, cricket, squash, darts, performing arts and Special Olympics athletes, among others. At Lathbury Barracks, the new sports facilities will include an Olympic-sized swimming pool, an athletics track and a football pitch. Updated flyover videos were released today and new details revealed. At Lathbury Barracks, parking spaces or garages will be sold to recover some of the cost of the works. The team is confident they will not hit tunnels or caves, though further studies will be conducted ahead of breaking ground. The Development and Planning Commission heard how both sites represent challenging locations for heavy trucks to access, and there will be limited space at both to accommodate coaches, for which a traffic management plan will be important. The advice received today will feed into what is a work in progress.
The main challenge has been the speed that we've had to put this together, the amount of people we've had to talk to, and doing this all within the relatively small budget. Initially, we've talked to the minister and produced a design without actually talking to any of the bodies. Since then, we've talked to all the bodies, the different sporting bodies, and they've all had their input. The building has grown, but the budget hasn't. So we're having to find clever ways to get around this.
I suppose it's an iterative process and there'll be some fine-tuning necessary?
Yes, the layout isn't final. We're still talking to all the sporting bodies, athletics, swimming, rugby, cricket, and as well as the other bodies, netball, etc. There will be fine-tuning. However, the building can't get bigger, so it's mainly moving walls around inside.
In approaching the design work, have you and your team been conscious that the community would expect there to be a certain legacy and it not just to serve the purpose of the 2019 Island Games, but obviously to be facilities that can be enjoyed by the community for many years to come?
Exactly. In fact, many of the sports which are included in this won't be part of the Island Games. Rugby, darts won't be part of the Island Games. Cricket isn't part of the Island Games. This is taking advantage of this opportunity of football taking over Victoria Stadium to build these spectacular world-class facilities.
Talk to us a little bit about the considerations that you've had to make when approaching the design at Lathbury, given the significant excavation that will be required there.
Hopefully the excavation will be cost neutral because the rock will be recycled within Gibraltar, and this will be more economic there for the contractors reclaiming land than bringing in Spanish rock.
You've been commended and congratulated by the Deputy Chief Minister for taking into consideration, I think, if I can paraphrase, the sort of criticisms that previous project proposals for both sites, namely the power station at Lathbury and the football stadium at Europa Point, both those received certain criticisms and you've been complimented for taking those on board. Was that something that you actively did in the design process?
Well, the Minister has led this, and we have the advantage of both these projects are much smaller projects than the previous projects. The football stadium, I believe, was 8,000 seats. We've got 800 seats. So it's a tiny project. The athletics track and swimming pool are much smaller than the power station. Therefore, they're much more suitable for these sites.
On environmental matters, the architects said the design will maintain the open feel to the view from Jews Gate. Solar panels and green or brown roofs are planned for both sites. Dr. Keith Bensusan and Dr. John Cortez argued that all small patches of habitat are important and should be protected. Both sites are also extremely exposed to the elements. The architects expressed the hope that despite the potential impact of harsh weather, the new facilities will be usable 80% of the time.